think it's a well-known fault that these fall off. That comes off, your bike won't work. My crank rubber pedals, which I absolutely love. Hey guys, hope you're all okay. Long time no see, or long time no hear, I guess. I thought I'd do a quick vid of my new bike, which isn't actually that new, but it might be new to some of you guys because you probably still think I've got the Haibike Enduro. But I sold that and I've got this Focus Jam 6.79 2021. So I'll just run through what happened. I took the Haibike to Wales, as you probably did see in some of the previous videos. I absolutely loved it. Proper downhill weapon. Unbelievable. It's like riding my dirt bike pretty much. Absolutely loved it. But the weight, it's so heavy. I really struggled getting it, lifting it over stiles. I had to help, one of the other guys had to help me lift it onto the trailer at Bike Park Wales. So I've got a dodgy back, you know, it's just so heavy. And the battery on it, the battery is pretty dire. It's a 625 watt battery on the Haibike, but with the Fly-On motor, it eats the battery up so quickly. And when we were at Afan, I had to have it in pretty much low mode the whole time to be able to have some kind of battery left, you know, even by lunchtime. John was on his Focus pretty similar to this, and I think he had a 325 watt battery. And at the end of the day, we had the same amount of battery left, and I had pretty much double the amount of battery that he had. So anyone thinking of getting a Haibike Enduro with a Fly-On motor, be aware the motor's brilliant, but the battery is just, it's horrendous. It just gets eaten up so quickly because it's such a heavy bike, even in the lowest mode. And I was really struggling to get up some of the hills in low mode because I didn't want to eat through the battery. I wanted to stay out, you know, after lunchtime. So absolutely brilliant bike, but nah, wasn't for me. Downhill, loved it. Uphill, fine, but if you're out for a day with the lads or out for 3 or 4 hours, you're just going to struggle to keep any sort of capacity in the battery. It's just going to get eaten up big time. So I sold it to a lovely guy that came up from, I think it was Salisbury. Sold it quite a few months ago actually, and then I had ordered a white 2021 white 180 RS V2, which is the new one. And my buddy John at Rutland Cycles said, yeah, I've got it on order, but it won't come till March. And I was thinking, oh my God. So I thought, I haven't got a bike. So I sold the Haibike. So I said to John, what have you got me that will tide me over till January, March time? And there was no bikes about, as you guys all know. You know, there's just nothing around. So luckily you had this in stock. It's a medium frame. As I said, it's a Focus Jam 6.79 2021. And I thought, well, it's better than nothing. So, you know, if I have this 3 or 4 months, I'll just sell it when my new bike comes. So this is what I've ended up with. And it's not a downhill proper enduro bike or anything like that. It's just a trail bike really. But I can't go to Wales. We're supposed to go in November. It was all locked down. So this has been taken to Epping Forest, Thetford. We'll probably do a bit of Chicksands. Probably do Cannock Chase just after Christmas, but this will be fine there. But you start hitting some serious stuff on this, like at Wales and stuff. The suspension is is so weedy. RockShox, Recon, whatever they are, blah blah blah. Anyway, guys, so that's the story. So I've got this till January, February, until my white 180 RS comes, and you guys probably know what the spec of that is. It's a pretty good bike. That's what I wanted for a while. So what I'll do, as you can see, this is covered in crap. This is went to Epping Forest. Oh, this is nothing. The pedals were about twice the size with mud. It's absolutely filthy. So I'm going to give it a clean. I'm actually moving house in the next month, so I thought I'm moving to a flat. So this will probably live in my sort of living area of the flat. So I thought I'd better clean it. So if I'm moving, it's this dirty, there's no way I can put it in my flat. So what I do, guys, I'll give it a wash. I'm not going to video washing the bike, pointless. I did the other video I did of the Haibike. I don't think I videoed me cleaning that either. I've got all my cleaning products here ready. all the muck off stuff and that. I'm not going to do it today, I haven't got time, but I will do a proper bike cleaning video if you guys are interested another time. It's a whole different video to this one. So guys, what I'll do, I'll get this clean, because there's no point trying to show you any of the spec of this bike. One, it's this muddy, it's horrendous. So I'll give it a clean, and then we'll run over the bike, what I like, what I don't like, the good and the bad. And do you know what, this bike has got some amazing things on it for the money. You know, it's what was it? It's well under £4,000. So it's not cheap, but it's cheaper than some of the bikes I've had before. So let's get it clean, and I'll run over some of the spec for you guys. Cool. Right guys, bike's all clean. Haven't quite finished it yet. I've got to lube the chain. I'll take the battery out, give that a dry, some bits and pieces, but I'll do that another day. It's going to get dark in about an hour, so I'm just going to chat about the bike, what I like, what I don't like, anything I've noticed on it that might help you guys if you're interested in buying one. Right, as I said earlier in the vid, it's a trail bike. It's not a downhill mad enduro weapon. It's pretty much a trail bike. It's 150mm suspension travel, front and rear. The front shocks are, I think it says RockShox Recon. They are very, very weedy. You know, I can bottom them out, and they're pumped up quite hard on just a trail over some little jumps and stuff. They're really quite weak. So probably I'd say that's the only poor thing on the bike that I've noticed is the shocks. But for this price of under £4,000, I think that's what you expect. And I guess you could always upgrade them if you wanted to. But the rest of the bike is pretty spot on. I've used it quite a bit. It's been muddy, it's been really wet. I've cleaned it a good few times. The build quality seems superb. You know, the graphics, the paint finish, just all the little details seem not quite as good as my high bike was, but that was pretty much twice the price of this bike. But yeah, I've enjoyed riding it. Obviously I haven't been to Wales, as I said. I haven't been anywhere hardcore. But it's sort of a budget bike, but it's got decent-ish spec. You know, the brakes are 4-pot Shimano brakes, front and rear. Oh, go around in circles. Yeah, front and rear. The gearing is it Shimano? Is it S? Yeah, SLX. So it's not high-end Shimano gearing at all, but you know what? It's pretty smooth. There you go, SLX. I've had no problems with it at all. It's not as smooth as the gearing on the high bike was. I've actually forgotten what that was. It was the range up from this. I've got a bad memory, I'm getting old. But this is perfect for this bike. Rear suspension seems pretty plush. As I said, the front pretty poor. You get a lot of vibration over uneven surfaces with that because it's just quite a weedy shot, but that's, you know, not the end of the world. What else? The battery, 625 watt hour. You undo it, it's in there, look. So you undo it with a key, it pops out of the down tube. And do you know what, this motor, this Bosch motor, what I remember, just something I want to show you. When I got out of the garage, that was on the floor. So I think it's a well-known fault that these fall off. It's got no adhesive on it at all. It's crap. So I'll actually probably just super glue that on because there's no reason to ever get to that bit of the motor, so I'll stick that back on. So that's the only real thing that's gone wrong with the bike is that cover's fallen off, but it's nothing to worry about. The motor, this new Bosch, there you go, Performance CX motor is absolutely brilliant. I think it's probably the best motor out there. I've had my Levo Turbo before, but I think this, I don't know, it lasts. The battery, it seems to last forever. I haven't pushed it anywhere hardcore like Wales, as I said, but it's just incredible. So I think this combination of a 625 watt battery, Bosch CX motor is what's coming on my white 180 RS. So I've tried and tested it out on this bike and it's absolutely brilliant. So I'm so happy that the white's got the same combination. Right, this display, it did have the normal crappy display here. The normal, looks like it's off some sort of 1980s calculator, it's shit. So I got my buddy John to swap it in for the Kiox display, which is mounted on here, which I love. I'll probably transfer this to the white bike and probably mount it here. So I'll show you something I've done in a minute to stop it from flying off into the bushes when you have a crash. So guys, yeah, if Bosch can get rid of this thing and have a little tiny control unit here like the Specialized bikes have, with a combination of this, I think they'll be on a winner. But it's got so much info, I don't know if you can see with the light, it's got so much information on it. It's absolutely brilliant, and you can link it to your phone. Here, you can plan a route on your phone, and it sends the route to this, to the display, just a sort of arrow, and it works really, really well. So it's a brilliant display, absolutely brilliant, love it. So what I did do, guys, obviously, the thing with this display, if you have a crash and this comes off, which I'll demonstrate that, right, that comes off, your bike won't work. This is the only way to get the bike working when this is attached to the bike. So if you lose this on the trail, you're going to have no battery. You're not going to be on an e-bike. So yeah, I think I've designed this little sort of, this cable ties to stop it. If I do crash and I knock it off, it will just hang down like that, and then I can just literally pop it back in again, like so. So that is a bit of a design fault. If you lose that, the bike's dead. So yeah, highly recommend the Kiox screen, brilliant. But I would probably mount it here. But with my little strange bodge design, it's probably going to be okay. If I have a crash and it comes off, it's going to be fine. There's a little button here for turning the lights on and off if you've got lights attached to it somehow, which I haven't got. So display, brilliant, really, really good. I've added my own grips, Ergon grips, Ergon seats. I've also added a belly pan. If you can see that, that was about 20 something euros. I'll put the link in the description. It's just plastic, but it goes all the way under there, and it just stops the crud getting onto the motor through there. It's vented anyway, so it still lets air in to cool the motor. But I thought that was just a simple design. It might break off in the end, but it's fine. And wheels are AR30, whatever they are. Race face, yeah, race face. Tyres, Minion DHFs, Max Terra 3C Exo Protection. They're tubeless. I think they're muck-off. Yeah, there you go, muck-off tubeless, which I've loved again. So guys, yeah, as a trail bike, this is brilliant, or a beginner bike. If you're just getting into e-biking and don't want to spend a fortune, I would definitely 100% recommend this bike. If you're going to start to hit some bigger jumps and some really gnarly stuff in Wales, or the mountains or Bike Park Wales, probably this isn't the bike for you. But it seems to be bulletproof build quality. Focus, done a really good job, as it says there. Look, engineered in Germany. So super. Apart from this cap falling off, it's great, absolutely brilliant. Oh yeah, I'm thinking things on the fly. So you just take that off and plug. That's the charging point. Just pops back in there. Yeah, brakes seem pretty good. As I said, I haven't tested them on some serious downhill stuff yet, just been trail centres and stuff. So yeah, if I was only doing that kind of thing, I'd keep this bike because it's brilliant. But I've been enjoying the really gnarly stuff, Bike Park Wales, Afan, and I need something with a little bit longer suspension travel than this, hence why the white 180 RS is on its way. I've actually got a buyer for this. I think my mate John's sister's going to buy this off me when I sell it. I shouldn't have any problem selling it. It's immaculate, there's not a mark on it. So guys, yeah, I'll probably go out day after Boxing Day to Cannock Chase, have a whiz out on this with the lads to get some fresh air. But yeah, it's a great semi-budget bike. It can hit most things. Yeah, it's a bit weak at the front with the suspension. I've put a few little cable ties to neaten up the cables. That's the downside. It's got a massive cable fest at the front. That's one thing my OCD doesn't like. All these cables. Be better if I think the Focus Sam, I think they feed through the top tube somehow. I can't remember. So yeah, guys. So oh yeah, fit my pedals, my Crank Brother pedals, which I absolutely love. These pedals, they're amazing, superb, really, really grippy. Even in serious mud, they're amazing. So yeah, so I've added pedals, seat and grips, and that's it. They go on to my next bike. They go on to the white. Anyway, so that's it really. There's not much else I can say. One thing I remember, the tyres in the mud are pretty crap. They're an all-round great tyre, but not when it's really, really muddy. I've got some eddy currents coming but I'll probably have to cancel the order on those, because they're for this is 29-inch wheel bike, obviously both front and back, where my new bike, my white, is 27.5 wheel set, so obviously the eddy current tyres won't fit that, so I'll have to get John to send them back, but that's fine. I'm sure someone will snap them up. They've been really hard. I've waited for like 3 months for those tyres to turn up. It's crazy how long things are taking to arrive, but hey ho, that's what it is at the moment. We live in these strange times, guys. Yeah. Anyway, what else is going on bike wise? My bro's still got his Kenevo. Biggsy's still got his Kenevo with a new battery. No, sorry, new motor. But yeah, we just want to get out and ride, but I'm so busy at work at the moment. I'm working 6 days a week, 12-hour days every day. I'm tired. I've got no time to go out on the bikes. Not been out on my motorbike for ages. Any of you that follow my motorbike, the back part of my channel, I've not ridden that for months. It's just today it's sunny and the roads are wet, and it'll take me 2 hours to clean the bike when I get it back, which I haven't got time to do. So I thought, clean this, and I'm moving in a couple of weeks, so moving to my new flat. This will be living in my living room at centre stage, which will be fine because I've got an underground car park and I've got nowhere to keep this, so it will just live, when it's clean, it will live in my flat, which will be fine. There's loads of room anyway. So right guys, any questions, give us a shout on this bike. I probably haven't run over everything, but it's a great bike. I'm really, apart from the front forks being very, very weak. If you're a heavier rider, I'm only about 11 stone. If you weighed 15 to 20 stone and you're on this bike, I think that front shock would just be a nightmare. Right guys, hope you enjoyed this vid. Nothing exciting, just thought I'd run over this bike quickly about what I thought about it, because I'm going to sell it within a month. It's going to be gone, so I thought I'd do a quick video. But I don't keep bikes very long, as you guys have gathered. So any questions on this, give us a shout. I probably haven't run over everything, but I've tried. Oh, I've added a top peak bottle mount there. You can get to the bottle both sides. It's quite a good system, that. Just remember that while I was looking at the bike. Anyway, all right guys, any questions, give us a shout, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.